Yeah. Where do you start with that? Newcastle 0, West Ham 2. That was pretty grim. Yeah, that was worth staying around for, wasn't it?
I think first things first, credit to West Ham. I think they
absolutely... Oh, get a life.
No, but they were. Let's give them a bit of credit. They were outstanding. They're absolutely outstanding.
Tell you what was outstanding. Your mum's roast dinner yesterday. But we started brightly. It was akin to a bit of the Brighton game, actually, where the first half we were actually quite good, but for the final pass was lacking a little bit. And we got done with a poor bit of defensive play. Once that ball leaves Souček's head, it's a goal because he directed it superbly, but Lloyd Kelly, you said, was the man at fault.
Yeah, I've only seen one glimpse of a replay, and it seems like Lloyd Kelly's at fault in terms of losing Souček, but I think he's like put the ball in the back of the net for Newcastle. He was just offside, or apparently he was comfortably offside according to some people.
Well, yeah, it didn't take long to sort.
No, it didn't. But I think their goal came as a bit of a surprise, if I'm honest, because Newcastle did start first 10 minutes. We were pretty good, but Isak's put the ball in the back of the net. You know, we're pressing them, we're intimidating them. And you're right, first half we were strong, but decision making going forward, and it's been the Achilles heel for Newcastle this season. Where
it's hard, isn't it?
It's the wrong decision, and we've got some outstanding individual attacking talent. However, when you don't utilise your options and your opportunities going forward, that can happen.
It's really bizarre because we've been such free-flowing and lethal going forward for the last 2.5 seasons, whatever, under Eddie Howe. And now it's like it's gone a bit stale and things aren't clicking, and it's really concerning actually, because we're not scoring. We could have played till next week tonight and we wouldn't have scored.
Yeah, I think especially first half we just lacked a little bit of imagination and a bit of creativity. But struck at half time, Isak has a really good chance from a ball from Bruno, an outstanding ball to find Isak, who's onside, chests it down superbly well. Yes, Fabianski's coming out, but Isak, we think I've got to score that. And I think if it goes
player of his quality.
Yeah, and then we'll go back to he had that chance against Forest, and thinking a player of that quality has to score that sort of goal. And he'd be thinking that. But at 1-0, it was always going to be difficult. West Ham always going to be difficult last 20-25 minutes, low block, bringing the extra defender on, which they did, having 5 at the back, and
they managed the game really well.
They did, and the wingers cut in as well, which it was almost Unai Emery-like, if you like. But it was difficult.
Jared Bowen and Wan-Bissaka, their right hand side killed us today. Lewis Hall had a torrid time against Bowen. Bowen, I haven't seen, but I'm guessing he got man of the match.
Bowen or Wan-Bissaka, you could argue.
It was really, really poor. Second half, bar in the first 5 minutes, was absolutely terrible. We changed it up. Howe went 4-4-2, which made things worse. Barnes didn't really get into the game. I thought Tonali struggled to get into the game as well.
Don't think the 4-4-2 helped Tonali just that hard.
No, I completely agree. The lesser spotted Callum Wilson came on.
Did he?
Yeah, Jacob Murphy came on, who's not good enough. And Trippier came on, who did well directing traffic. Defensively, we were appalling.
We were.
The backline share, I've highlighted concerns on a couple of videos now that I think Father Time may just start to be catching up with him. Lloyd Kelly didn't grab his opportunity tonight. We can all agree on that. Livramento did okay, but I'm still a Trippier guy. Don't get me wrong, Livramento's I'm a big fan of, but you know.
I think defensively today, Sam, what it showed us is that if you're not on the ball, you look at most Premier League teams in terms
literally
of
or figuratively.
But in terms of Premier League forwards attacking lines now, there's no real weak attacking lines. And today we got found out a little bit today.
We did, and I think fans included, we all turned up here tonight expecting an easy win. It don't happen like that. I was quite. I mean, I predicted 3-1 because I was forced to make a prediction for the Chronicle earlier, but I'm really hesitant to do so because I'm not. I don't come into every game like just feeling we've got to win, and I thought that there might have been a touch of complacency, and by the time the second half came, we were trying to force it, and we just looked so inept.
But you can't blame Newcastle fans for going in positive in a game where, let's be honest,
there's being positive, there's being complacent.
Let me finish, because West Ham have got a terrible record here, let's be honest. They came here last year and capitulated. Newcastle have come with 3 wins in a row in all competitions. West Ham, have been poor for their own accounts this season. You can't blame Newcastle fans for thinking that they're going to win a game against West Ham. But I take your point. You can't go into a game being complacent, but you can be positive. You can be
Of course
positive
you
in a
can.
game against West
What
Ham.
you can't do is say, "Rah, we're going to be sixth tonight after a win." And I'm guessing Twitter's full of people blaming Sean Longstaff tonight, because that's what always happens every time we lose. But yeah, the midfield needs to be sorted, because you can't continue to have a £60 million player of that quality on the bench. Howe needs to find some way of getting that midfield to click, because otherwise you are going to lose either Bruno or Tonali sooner rather than later. It needs sorting. But yeah, it's a bit concerning coming forward. We don't have a great record at Palace, where we go next. Last word to come, and we'll go into more things in depth. Please do smash the like button, because
it'll make us some 0.1% happier.
If that.
Yeah,
if not, just give yourself a high five. But either way, stay tuned to Newcastle Fans TV.